Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's 7S26 Simon, and today we're going to take a look at a box called Anonymous. It's got nothing to do with the hacking group, but this is a box on TryHackMe. So if you just give me a second, I'm going to go ahead and load it up and try and run through the box live here on the video. Well, it won't be live when you watch it, of course, but let's give this a go. So let's browse over to the IP, assuming we can browse to it. Okay, not connected. Let's run a really simple, I always like to start out with a simple nmap search, nmap scan. So we can see FTP is open and we can see SSH is as well. So let's make a directory called Anonymous, and let's go into that directory, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go and just see whether we can log in as Anonymous. The box is called Anonymous, so let's give an empty password. Okay, looks like we are in. So there's a scripts directory. Let's cd scripts. So we've got three files. We've got clean.sh, remove files. So I wonder if we can do get all. And let's see whether we can browse to this folder. Okay, get clean.sh, get removed underscore files dot log, get to do dot text. Okay, nice. So we've got all three files. Let's take a look what's inside them. So this one says I really need to disable the anonymous login. Okay, we kind of know that. The next one, remove files, running a cleanup script, which is presumably this clean.sh. Okay, now this looks like it might be more interesting. So temp files 0, echo temp files. If temp files equals 0, then running cleanup script, nothing to delete, and it's going to put that into our FTP scripts remove files, which is this. That's what we're seeing here. Else, for line in temp files, remove line. Okay. And echo the date. Okay, so it's going to remove files and actually echo the date in here. So basically, it looks like this clean.sh file is actually being run, and it's producing this removed files.log. So I think what we can try and do is, let's open this with Genie. I do like to use Genie. It's already open, sorry, my mistake. And what we can do is we can actually see if we can get a shell. Now somewhere just trying to look on my other screen. Somewhere I do have, I seem to have lost it. I'm going to have to go to Pentest Monkey and get hold of a quite simple Python file here. So what we're going to do is we're going to connect back to our machine. Let's get our IP, which should be this one here, and let's paste that in. We'll leave that as the default 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've saved it. Now remember, we've saved it locally. So let's see if we can, well, first of all, before we do anything else, let's get a new window open. And then let's do what do we need to do? Let's do bear with me a second. What's the best way of doing this? It's probably going to be, if this works, RL wrap. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh, we haven't got RL wrap installed. I've got this installed on my laptop, but never mind. That should run now. Okay, perfect. So let's do a put clean sh clean.sh. Okay, so we've overwritten the file. So hopefully, if this is being run on a cron job, for example, this should get us a shell. And the reason we've used RL wrap is because sometimes when you get a reverse shell in this way, you can't use the keys on the keyboard, and when you click left, it doesn't actually go left. It's a bit of a nightmare. This actually sorts all of that for us. So let's just carry on listening. Let's see if that works. And whilst that is running, let's open yet another terminal and let's look for, okay, looks like we've got our terminal. We are running as someone called nameless1, and okay, no TTY present. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to actually use something called linpeas. I thought I had it on this machine, but I guess I don't. Linpeas download. So let's go get it. Okay, nice. So this is a privilege escalation sort of finder, if you will. This helps us to find a privilege escalation vulnerability, should there be one on the system. So in fact, cd, let's go into the anonymous folder again. wget. Okay, nice. So now we've got the file. Let's start a HTTP server. Okay, nice. Let me just open a new tab. I forgot what my IP was. Okay, so let's now cd over to temp. Let's do a wget linpeas.sh. Okay, nice. We've got our file. So the file is currently read write, no one can execute. So let's just do a chmod. I don't really care. Let's give it full permissions, why not? Okay, let's run linpeas.sh and let's forward all of the traffic, all of the results to results.txt. Okay, let's give that a second to run, and hopefully that will give us some sort of idea on exactly what is running on the system. I'm not entirely, there is another script that lets us see processes. There is another script I sometimes use, but I can't remember the name of it. But let's stick with this one. Let's see if this does work. We're getting a couple of errors. I'm not too worried. Let's just see what the final results.txt file says. Okay, so LSL results. It looks like it's written a fair bunch of data. So results.txt. Okay, it's found quite a lot of things. So let's scroll up. Has something in orange there, which normally means that is the interesting thing to look at. So let's begin with that. That looks interesting. So user bin env. Let's do an lsl user bin env. Okay, we can see that this looks like it may be misconfigured. So we've got special permissions and anyone can execute. That definitely looks like it's going to be vulnerable. So let's go to GTFO bins and let's take a look at what we can do. So if we run this, it runs with the sewage bit set, which we've seen. If it's used to run sh-p, omit the p. Okay, so let's try it with the p first, and then we'll try without, if it doesn't work. So user bin env, and then what we are going to do is we're going to try run bin sh-p. Let's just see what that does. Okay, we can see our effective user ID, which is the EU ID is 0, so we are technically root. Who am I? Yeah, we are root. So let us do a bin bash -i. Do we actually lose the root shell? Okay, interesting. We lose the shell there. So let's go back. Okay. Let me just try something real quick. I just want to see if this works. Python tty shell. Let's just see whether we can actually. Oops, who am I? Back to the nameless one. Okay, I'm not going to mess about trying to get that. But anyway, let's go to root ls. There's our root flag. And we actually forgotten to get the user flag before. So I'm actually going to exit. So we are now back to nameless one. And let's cd here. Yeah, cd home, cd nameless one. And there's our user flag. And that looks like that's the box complete. That is there. There are only 2 flags. So I hope this helps for anyone a bit confused with this box. Thanks for watching, and there will be more videos in the future. Okay, take care.